Hi and welcome to this tutorial about Simutrans. Today we take a look on special cases where one solution not always fit all problem. Before we continue, a small status update. The situation in Hepton has stabilized, so I have now figured out how many mail track I need Hepton, my town, and Hepton, your town. That means that this triangle of mail system are for the moment finished. So now I simply wait for the situation in Hepton to change and see what state the system will be in. But as usual, that takes some time, so we move on with the next topics, which are this scrapyard. And here is the station and the statistic. And as we can see, this station are at the moment green. However, they have 200 bags of mail lying around for a long period of time. That means that this station is crowded. And we can see here they normally drop under 100. The reason why they are green now is that the mail track for the national line, which also handle the mail locally in this small town, because the town is too small. So the mail truck have just been up here and emptied the station. That is the reason why the station is green, but mostly the station is red and no longer collect mail. The reason for that occur is a not suitable solution in this part of the country. So when I build the national line and the local and so on, I simply use one size fit all solution. So every town, every national line have the same solution. But that not always work well, and here is the example of that. So more mail truck is not the solution here. So here is the solution, a redesign of the transporting. If we take this town, it is too small to handle its own mail delivery service, but it is very close to another town, which also are too small, but together they are actually able to support a mail delivering service. So the idea is to change the national line between that central station and that central station to operate all traffic in this area locally and nationally. And that is probably that mail track. There are several reasons why a mail track or mail line can be unprofitable. One is if you have too little mail track or too many. Too many is obvious, you simply don't utilize them. But if you have too few, you run into another problem. They pick up the mail which to travel the shortest distance first. But the money you make come mostly from the long haul line, like the national, but also long distance mail in town. So if you have too few mail track, you actually can make no money. It costs you money because the mail don't arrive. And many times you can see that by take a look on what are lying in the station and which station are crowded on the local level. Because this is normally the station which don't have a proper service because of too few trucks. Alright, let us now fix the problem in these two towns. So we bring up the line which operate these two national stations, and they should now operate all stations in this part of the country. And this is the same thing as I had done previously. Remove all station from the list. Nothing special. And now should we figure out how they should drive here. We start here, 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 and here. We enter the central station here. On our way to Old Lock, we pass that station too. And now should we figure out how we should do here? I want to do a loop here, but I have started building a bus solution. Alright, we're doing something like this. Not perfectly the best, but that is how we do it. And now copy backward. Now will this line serve these two towns and hopefully generated more profit. But we need to redesign the line down in Wolby, so the national line no longer stop here. So we have now two lines, and that is the line which should be redesigned. And because of it is so messy here, I simply remove all which are Wolby from the list and keep Renwell. And now add the central station here in Wolby, and there we are finished with that line. The important here is to get the local mail to our local station and to the national line, because national line is mostly there you make the money. The status update. Hepton are now emptying, but they are not finished with that yet. Here start happens thing. It is some traffic south to New York and more traffic toward Stockholm. In my town up here, there is increase with traffic which should go to Barrington. So that was one of the things we expected. And in Stockholm we have an increase of traffic going north to this town and south to Rainwell. But we should take a look on this part of the country. Here around this medical packing industry we have a problem, because mail prefer to go south to the town down here and not so many mail north to the national line. So here we're simply missing one line. So the best solution here is to simply split the line in two here. Further on, down in this town, the town have now grown outside the coverage area of the station. So we need more station down here. So one new line and more station is what we need. And it's also time to figure out, or rather help them build the town a little bit more clever. so they utilize the station better, so we have a better utilization. So the town become more densely packed. And they will probably start doing interesting thing if we not straighten this road out. So I should do that too. I don't build any fancy thing here with dual lane highway and so on, because it is simply too little traffic, and all the traffic here are operated with the same speed. So a new line from the national station, which are located in that town, to the medical packing industry, and redesign the line operated to the town. So we split this up in two. And this is the same thing as I have shown before. Create new line, adding stops and so on. And of course the new line should have its own mail track. And I simply hope that one mail track is enough. If it is not, I will have a congested station in the future. But I simply save some time and hope that the one mail track is enough. Let the mail track coming out. There, the new line between the medical packing industry, which are located there, and the central mail station there. Now we should remove the line which operated from there to there by simply redesign it so they operate from the medical packing plant down to the town. So I should find that line. It is probably that line. But we verify that by simply open up the station and click on the station and see where on the map we are. Yes, that is the right line. So back to the medical packing industry and now redesign this line. And now adding the stop. And a bus solution is the best this time too. And copy backward. Alright, that is how you solve that type of problem when you have mail going in one direction more than the other. You simply split the line. So that was another example that one solution not always fit all situation. That was everything I have to show you. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. In the next episode of Simutrans, we take a look on tourist attraction and how to support them with mail service. Thank you for your time.